Hey, what's up, Gaming Nation? This is Brandon from Top10Gamer.com. Today we have a special interview with professional Battlefield gamer Rodo, aka the Man in the Magic Tank. How are you doing, Rodo?
Hey, how's it going, Brandon? I'm just doing just fine.
Hey, I've heard you can perform magic in a tank, and recently I was watching a clip. It was a tournament or something with you versus Widgety Bear, and at the very start of the match, you went and grabbed a tank and then shot his heli on the landing pad on the ship. Can you talk a little bit about that, how you did that and accomplished that, and hopefully we can bring up a clip as well of you doing that.
Oh yeah, that was funny actually. That was finals for the War Access tournament on the AV8 category. And I took a pot shot in the beginning, and that worked. It's really not common to have those kind of shots in tournaments, especially on the finals. And I was really glad I shot in the right place, and I studied his videos. I knew Bear is a very good pilot, so he dropped some med pack before taking off with the heli, and that gave me a window, the right window that I need to shut him down. So that's what I did and make a team start with a good advantage.
Wow, really an amazing shot. Hope you guys can see it there. I'm going to be putting a link to Roto's channel in the description below, so you guys can go and take a look at that as well after this video. I've heard you've won a few tournaments at CEVO in the last several months on a couple of different teams. How often do you compete in these type of tournaments, and what are the major tournaments that you compete in?
We do compete on every possible tournament that we have access to. That's not really, we don't take down new tournaments. And it's tournaments are really beginning. We practice a lot, basically nearly every day. Now we're on vacation because we were waiting for BF4, and well, people have stuff to do, their own lives to carry, so we're on that pause. But we'll be back for BF4 with the full strength, keeping our tight schedule of practices, scrims, and try to grow within the game.
So I've noticed that you're active in the CEVO tournament pretty often. Can you explain how CEVO works, and are they going to be available for Battlefield 4? And just how a CEVO tournament in general would work for those that want to get involved?
Oh yeah, Sivo is it's been out there for a quite long time, I would say. They have a lot of respect from gaming community, from different kinds of games, from fighting to racing, and FPS of course. And Sivo focused on Battlefield 3 on the infantry only tournaments, the 5v5s. And at the end of this last, couple of months, they opened up a takeover tournament, which is a double elimination tournament for Battlefield 3, and we end up winning that on the AV8. So that proved that Civo actually might want to go for bigger tournaments. Bigger, and when I say bigger, I say number of players on the next title on Battlefield 4. I think that they had a really good experience with the CEVO Takeover tournament, and so they might want to keep that.
Now,
You
I
know,
noticed on Battlefield 4 we're going to have five-man squads. Do you think we might see a 15v15 tournament from CEVO?
well, that's
That a
really
possibility?
yeah, that's really on the realm of possibility. I don't know if actually they want to go for 15 versus 15. They might
Or
just go
10v10?
10v10 plus one commander, so that makes 11 versus 11. Because commander is there again, so we have to we have to wait to check it out how things are gonna go. I'm really not sure how commander we're gonna play out in competitive. So we have to wait. We cannot just keep assuming that commander will be there for competitive, especially because it's different from what it was on Battlefield 2. Their commander is not actually a physical player in the server. They are just guys sitting out. That's different. That's just different. I don't know how that's gonna play out on Battlefield 4, at least in competitive.
Okay, Rodo, so we've got CEVO in North America, we've got MPGLive.com in South America, and I know in Europe they use the esports league, the ESL. How do people get involved with the tournament wherever they live?
Um, what the first step to actually get involved, I would recommend you to talk to any competitive players that are playing on those kind of tournaments. Doesn't hurt to add those people up on Battle Log and answering some questions. I think most of them will gladly answer them. Uh, but after that, you need to get yourself into a team or either create a new team with all their friends. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
as
now,
soon as,
so now let's
yeah.
say they've got a team, they've got a clan together with their friends, or they've went out and joined one. How is it? What's the best way to practice? Surely you guys have some kind of routine where you practice each day, or how does all that work?
Yeah, you have two kinds of practices. You have the practice that you do yourself in the server, just designing tactics and testing stuff out, and you have the scrims, which is the practice putting on test. When you play against other people's on a practicing field. So you need to add people. You need to get involved in platoons that are focused on that. To get yourself into screaming. And after you get yourself screaming, it's just a matter of playing the tournaments. And I think that's puts the team on the road, literally. That makes you grow
Real
and
life experience,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You just need to take the first step. After that, it's just maybe the first scream that you scream with another team, they will actually next time they will call you up, to scrim. So that's a good thing. Just take the first step, and I'll be sure that the rest will follow.
Okay, so I know that right now you're on a team Blitzkrieger, but that may change in the near future, or you guys might change your names or whatever. Just trying to figure out what are your plans for Battlefield 4, Roto?
Yes, I've been playing for Extreme Gaming for the last couple of months, last 4 or 5 months for Battlefield 3. And we got invited to join a very much older clan that has been playing Battlefield for over 10 years now, I guess, since 1942, since the very first Battlefield. They're really known Battlefielders, and they asked us to join them. They want to get a really good team to Battlefield 4. And the plan is the same, just to keep screaming, practicing, growing as a team, joining tournaments, getting us out there, and keep winning matches. That's mainly the plan.
Okay, so we all know that Battlefield 4 is going to be here in October. It looks like the Battlefield 4 is coming early October from what we've seen at Gamescom in the interviews. And also, we've got the release of Battlefield 4 coming the 29th. What kind of improvements? Now, I know that Battlefield 3 at least wasn't perfect when it came to competitive gaming. There were certainly some broken features, but what would you like to see in the horizon as far as competitive gaming goes for Battlefield 4 in particular?
What I really want is something that I think Dice is not able to. Not that they're not able. They don't want to hand out to us. It's a mod tools. It's something that you can make a pro mod of Battlefield, because Battlefield is a very complex game. You have a lot of elements involved as far as go on team play, squad perks, class balancing. And that might just be a rock along the way with the competitive as it was in Battlefield 3. But for Battlefield 4, as long as the field upgrade goes and the commander mode goes, I think the competitive scene actually needs change, to incorporate all those stuff. And what I'm really hoping to see on Battlefield 4 is a very more polished netcode, so we don't have as many problems with the netcode. I expect the game to be less glitchy. Still, the last match, man, the last finals, I shot a TV missile when I hit the enemy vehicle. I was stuck inside the ground, so that's a glitch that has been in the game since day one, and they not fixed it yet. And we're already saying goodbye to Battlefield 3. And that's something that really I don't want to see in Battlefield 4, definitely.
So improved support for fixing glitches and things like that. Of course, we've had a lot of patches, and some of
Yeah.
the glitches have been fixed, of course. I was just going to ask you now what you think about how can we get everybody better involved. Now we've got these major tournaments in the specific areas where people live. We've got, like I mentioned before, we've got CEVO in North America, we've got MPGLive.com in South America, we've got the ESL in Europe. How do we bring everybody together? How do we have tournaments that can involve everybody on an international scale for Battlefield 4?
Right. Yeah. First of all, we need to get ourselves together as community goes. You know, like we get to get involved in forums. We get to get involved on Battlelog as well. You know, just getting along with all the competitive scene is something that cannot really drag you down. Can only put you up. You know, players getting to know players and teams getting to know teams from different parts of the world. I think that's something that cannot be, you know, dangerous or harmful to the community. And well, as far as playing goes, I think we need to the internet as it is up to date. It's not really, you know, doesn't have the resources for example, us in Brazil to play against a team on Europe on an even, you know, ping difference on any server really. So that's something that still is in the way of games, the way that the internet is dealt on, especially FPS games, you know. And
So it
well,
sounds
that
like we need to be able to bring people together for a centralized tournament where we can do something central so that everybody's on an even playing field. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
What do you think? Do you think that someone like the ESEA would pick up Battlefield 4 for a tournament each quarter? How do you think do you think that's possible?
Yeah, I think that's very much possible. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing on Gamescom as far as the spectator mode, you know, is being displayed. And I think not only, you know, ESCA. I think all the really big tournaments, all the really good tournaments will pick Battlefield 4 up. You know, simply because now you're at least able to broadcast your games. Something that has been really demanding on any game nowadays is the ability to broadcast your games. You know, broadcast your matches, broadcast what's going on. People want to check it out on Twitch TV. People want to check it out on YouTube later. They want to see how other teams match it, how other teams played out. And I think that's something that Battlefield 4 will bring to us. You know what I'm saying? That will open
Yeah,
that would open doors to any tournament really.
yeah, absolutely. That's something I'm really looking forward to myself. Is I'm hoping to interview, broadcast, watch tournaments. I'm no longer want to be involved in any kind of professional tournament. I don't have that kind of time. I'm getting, I got kids, getting a little bit older. But I'm
Yeah.
hoping to that when people like you play, first of all, I can watch, and second of all, maybe I can cover some of it and interview more professional gamers like you.
Oh yeah, definitely. That will be a true a new truth to the at least to the Battlefield, you know, community. Tournaments will have their casters. Tournaments will have broadcast. I think on any matches. No, I think that's something that really will be there in Battlefield 4. And well, that as I said, that will open a lot of doors for us.
Okay, well, Rodo, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Certainly want to see you do well in Battlefield 4. I'm sure you will, seeing the success that you've had in Battlefield 3. Everyone, thanks for sticking around. If you like this video, please press that like and subscribe button. It allows us to do more great videos like this. Again, thanks, Rodo, and we'll see you next time.
Well, thank you, man.